Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the RoboCup Small Size League Soccer. Once more, I believe I was muted just now, so hence why I will say most of the stuff that I said again. I'm your host, Thijs Bink. I am from RoboTeam Twente, and my co-host Amy will also join me in a little while. And we'll together be reporting from you from the commentator booth, or more or less table. And we are very much looking forward to what this game might hold. Of course, RoboDragons already has a 10-0 victory against us, RoboTeam Twente. And then, of course, Tigers have been world champion for quite a few times, meaning that they are probably more than ready than ever. But I'm looking forward to see what the competition might hold in stock for them. And with that said, I think it's time to start. And as Tigers are ready for the takeoff, no, RoboDragons are actually ready for takeoff, and Sulint is getting there. Oh, not Sulint. Oh, this is a very impressive. This is a very impressive footage where we see. Let me disable the status board. All robots are lined up on a single file line. 3 attackers in the front. Quite interesting, I would say, to say the least. It seems that there are some small minor issues with changing the sound. Not completely certain though. That's quite an interesting ordeal here, where you see for us, as the robots do not seem to be wanting to take a side. Let me get a better look at that for you. As you can see, all the robots are still standing in a single file line, and 4 RoboDragons, then a whole bunch of tigers who are creeping closer. This is almost as if it's taken directly out of a horror movie. Now we see that 2 of the tigers robots aren't really willing to cooperate. They feel more as if they're RoboDragons instead, not tigers. Although there are definitely some light showing and things happening. We're looking at it from the point of view of supposedly Tiger's goal, the left side goal, and we'll just wait patiently for something, for someone to tell us what's next. Right, and I believe that we have kicked off, and already the game's going quite fast, with Tigers already having a shot on goal and scoring, I believe, already. The game is now halted as the referee will check what is up. And in the meantime, while we're covering to see whether there has indeed been scored a goal or so, I think um, I'm just wanted to talk about the fact that we can quite clearly now see. Oh, there is indeed a goal scored. It's already 1-0 for Tigers just after kickoff. And now that you can see the Tigers line up really closely, I would like to actually talk about something for a quick change. All of the robots have a name, and there are various ones from Gandalf to the Chosen One to Visbot, Wolpertinger, Jarvis, Black Widow, Thor, Hell 9000. So, of course, there is some reasoning behind this, as mentioned by one of the members from the Tigers team, that Kendall obviously needs to be the keeper as he shall not allow the ball to pass. And Eichbaum is a local brewery from Mannheim, and given that the beer is good, as we see a chip from RoboDragons over two of the Tigers robots, where the Tiger robot is doing some very cool invasive maneuvers. It's totally juking with the ball, and the RoboDragons seem to be, oh, never mind, they are getting a free kick because the robot 8 from Tigers, or Thor, actually went too skilled on the ball and thereafter dribbled for too long. Because this is a rule in the small size league, given that you are not allowed to dribble too far with any given ball. Alright, with the ball now being on the left side of the field. Is it? Oh no, it's actually on the right side of the field. Let me get a better look at it. It's over there on the right corner, as you can see. Who currently is in position of the ball. There's a lot going on at once, where there's a pass to the far field of the Tigers, then there's a chip, and Tigers is ready and dribbling, and RoboDragon is quite close on there. You see the ball now coming into your screen. And a defensive shot by the RoboDragons over their own line. So Tigers gets to place the ball, and the game continues already. There's a chip over the whole defense line and a goal as a result of it. A very impressive 1-2 combination that has yielded into a goal, and I hope we are even able to replay that at some point for you. As I've saved this goal, and I will check up soon where we can get a replay on this. Once the game continues, I would like to look at... No, not yet. As there's almost another chance going. And the ball goes across the field. But given that these two teams are relatively very well equipped and also have good robots that can pick up this ball, the game actually immediately continues again. As it is up to Tigers, I believe, to shoot the ball. I don't know if you could hear that, but two of the RoboDragons robots had two collisions with each other, as Tigers just scores another goal, and the game's being halted to check whether there is a goal. Right. So we can move back to the center field as there's a kickoff, and RoboDragons are now getting near the goal of Tigers. There is a fight for the ball, and Tigers has possession number 3 on the right side of your field. Moving on to the goalie perspective, you can see the ball is now in your middle as the robots are fighting. And the ball is shot out by, I believe, Tigers. And it's up to RoboDragons to get the ball and place it in the field. They are doing so at the moment. Having a little bit of trouble actually grabbing and holding onto the ball. Which gives us some time to try and have a look at that quick replay. Let's see if we can. Unfortunately, the replay that I saved was only 10 seconds, and it was 10 seconds after the goal. So I apologize for that, and will actually increase the length of my replay buffer in order to ensure that we can catch the goals for the next time. One very impressive save from the keepers of RoboDragons, and as I zoom into the corner flag, you can see that one of the defenders is going to get the ball for ball placement. I believe on the left side of the field. As you can see, RoboDragons are struggling a little bit with accurate placement of the ball, and they have 28 seconds remaining. No, they have 9. They have failed to place the ball, and now it's up for Tigers to take the ball. As there's another chip and another goal, it seems that this kind of attack seems to be working very well for the Tigers against RoboDragons. As it's now a 4-0 score with 1 minute and 21 seconds of play remaining. The game continues as there is a call for a robot substitution. Actually, as there's a timeout, meaning that the RoboDragons, as well as Tigers, if they want to get to make modifications to what they would like. Perhaps during the timeout, one interesting fact to note, also provided to me by Tigers, is the fact that all the robots from Tigers, just underneath their number, have a logo that is representative of their name. So that's perhaps an interesting fact if you can see it. So at the moment we see that it's time for RoboDragons to do the ball placement, for which they still have 6 seconds. Hopefully they'll make it in time, but I'm afraid no, that they did not make it in time, meaning that the ball is for Tigers to place, which they have done so currently, and now they're starting again. As the ball is very close to the camera, and some collisions are happening on the outside of the field where Tigers and RoboDragons are fighting for the ball at the front of the camera, and now the ball is again passed out by Tigers, meaning that RoboDragons gets to place the ball. Given that it's very close to the original location, this is a success. And there's the chip from Tigers once more, and a shot on goal. It seems as if Tigers are using the same strategy to over and over again to win from RoboDragons, but it's definitely proving effective, meaning that yeah, it really works. Currently, another timeout is requested, but actually the game is halted given that it's halftime. with a little bit of overtime. So, given that it's halftime, you can see how these dedicated teams are all trying to quickly and swiftly diagnose, remedy, and change any apparent bugs. Though it seems like the Tigers bots have been running quite stable apart from the small oscillations that one of the two robots, one or two robots, had during the game. I believe they are still with. They are with actually 11 robots in the field. Also, oh no, 7. I guess they are with 7. No, they're not with 7 robots in the field. Never mind. I was looking at the status board and trying to identify what the gray card was supposed to represent. And then 2.5 minutes on the clock. We see that RoboDragons has already gone back to their desk in order to have some final touches on the code. Whereas ER-Force is also now, ER-Force Tigers is also now seems to be done.
And after 5 minutes of break, we are back. The game is running. I hope we're all ready for the second half. It's 5 for Tigers and 0 for RoboDragons. And oh no, Tigers might have scored a goal right now. Yep, it is definitely 6-0. Well done, Tigers. Let's see if RoboDragon can score a goal as well.
What is interesting to see is that the teams have chosen not to swap sides this time around, as the Tigers are still defending on our side of the field, and the RoboDragons again goes with a chip over the Tigers robots. A nice defense by RoboDragons, but swiftly taken away by ER first, but defended, and then in the rebound, still a goal. 7-0 for Tigers.
So RoboDragons coming really close to the fence area of Tigers. Who knows where this might go? So they're fighting over the ball, and I don't think there are any winners. Oh, now it's up to RoboDragons. They have the ball, but there's a giant triangular wall made by Tigers. You think they'll be able to chip over?
Nope. It doesn't seem so.
Now you can clearly see that the RoboDragons robot is quite a bit smaller than the one from Tigers. It's interesting to see like how they managed to fit so many parts in such a small robot.
Yeah, because it still has a lot of chipping power now that you say so. It indeed stands out to me. Whereas the Tigers robot is definitely, the maximum dimensions. But it does appear so that the RoboDragons have trouble dribbling, especially when it comes to getting the ball to the right place, so ball placement. Perhaps they could use the increased size to do something like that. As Tigers is flexing over the field, they are protecting the ball at all costs. And there's another chip to a robot in the field, and that one scores a great 1-2 goal situation.
Let's see if we can get a replay of that.
I will definitely try. Oh, only we had the wrong field angle.
Oh, that's too bad.
We had the wrong side of the field. I should swap faster. As it's again up to RoboDragons to take off with a chip. There's one in ER for standing POL, and there's a goal. Maybe we can clip that one.
It is quite interesting to see that even though Tigers has been on the top for many years now, world champ for I think 5 times in a row, they still get so excited every time they score a goal.
At this point in time, the RoboDragons have requested a timeout, which makes sense given that it's 1 point before the game finishes, if it happens that Tiger scores. And we also see that the population of robots by RoboDragons has slimmed down a little bit, as it's now, as far as I can count, 6 against 9 or 10 even. 6 against 10 robots.
So you have to know that every time some of the RoboDragons comes onto the field to like pick up the robots or like check them, they turn the knobs that are on top of the robots. Do you know why they're doing that? It's to secure the cap.
I indeed noticed this, and I don't actually know. I do think it's to secure the cap, though I wonder why it might come loose, as
Yeah,
they seem to be
exactly.
thumb screws. And they're doing something on the bottom side, which makes me wonder whether they're losing any screws or any sub wheels.
Yeah, I think I saw her like checking the wheels when she was flipping it upside down. I'm not really sure what she thinks she might see.
I'm not too sure either, as we move on from a timeout to the game start, and it's again up to RoboDragons to try and stay in the game for as long as possible. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock remaining, we get another chip from Tigers and some dribbling action going on, but a nice overtake from RoboDragons, and unfortunately the ball goes to the side. And while we wait for Tigers to actually place the ball, which is going to happen now, it's actually already been placed. I should remember that I do have to press the buttons to give you the best angle of the game. So yeah, I'm going to try and remember that from now on as we move on to the field of RoboDragons, and there's a fight for the ball between ER versus Tigers and RoboDragons as the ball exits on the left side of the field, and it's up for Tigers to place it again. The ball is currently in between cameras as it will now get shot just towards RoboDragons. Actually, not that great of a pass, given the other pass that we've seen this game. And there's one. To see a victory celebration from the Tigers as they're doing the Macarena.
So now it definitely shows that Tigers is not only the best soccer, but also the best dance crew we've had on the field here.
As we now see the Macarena in before the other celebratory dances. Makes me wonder whether that has been a new addition to the team this year, or whether this has been standard in the competition for quite a while. So forming now a single file line to do a bow, I guess, as one of the robots, as they are doing a wave, and actually managed to avoid the slowly Robo Dragon that was standing in its way. I do think that's quite impressive. And there's another celebratory dance, and other Robo Dragons are also going to mingle themselves as the Tigers manage to evade. I think these celebrations are even more impressive than the actual game.
No doubt about it. Like, they were actually playing Pong, for those who didn't notice.
Oh, they were playing Pong!
Yeah, whilst avoiding RoboDragons.
And now, what are they doing now?
They're making like, we should actually take a top
Oh,
view. You can see it on the top view, by the way. They're making like an infinity symbol.
Is this rising up, Eye of the Tiger? Ah,
Well, they're playing Eye of the Tiger, for sure.
of course.
Because they are tigers.
That makes sense.
They're not really making an eye, though. It would have been a nice addition.
That would have been a nice addition. So a request from the caster desk to the Tigers crew is to next time actually make a Eye of the Tiger when you're playing that song, as there is an applause for the winners, and everyone will be able to collect their robots. And before making a photo moment, which we unfortunately are no longer able to cover as our camera is on the other side of the field. Unless we take the corner angle, possibly.
It's always funny to see when, like, at the end of the match, the team starts stacking their robots to take a group photo, and they actually have. Are they going for 3 layers? Oh no, they're keeping it 2.
Keeping it comfortable. But it's indeed an interesting observation that you made, Amy, about the size of the RoboDragon robots. It's possibly interesting to know.
They're way smaller, because within small size league you have you're restricted by the maximum size of your robot. It's 18 centimeters in diameter and 15 centimeters in height, and most teams struggle to like fit everything in there that they want in there. But RoboDragons doesn't seem to be having a problem with that.
They also do not necessarily seem limited by anything. Of course, it's always a challenging match against the almost 5 times, or maybe even 5 times world champion in RoboCup small size league football. So definitely not a shame, and quite a worthy performance from the RoboDragons. I'm quite curious to see what they're going to go with.
Yeah, I also have another question. So when RoboDragons takes a photo, they always bring along their snake. Why don't they have like a stuffed animal of a dragon?
That is a very good question. I believe they either bought it here, or there was something up with it. As now we see that Colin gets moved to the front by the rest of the crew of Tigers. Quite a big team that we now see from the back. And you can even go to the corner field or even the home screen. But a better look we're not going to get because of the fact that the camera is not on that side of the field. Unfortunate.
Well, you're not really missing out because these photos tend to be quite awkward.
They do tend to be so, though of course we also want our viewers at home to enjoy the moments of victory as well as the moments of awkwardness.
Yes, we're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We'll share all the awkwardness.
And we're in it all. We're trying to get it to you live from the stage, live from the field, live from the caster desks. So yeah, the next game will commence in about an hour. It will be Shunlicht versus Immortals.
I think so, right?
Yes, I believe you are correct. Which is going to be again an interesting one, as we saw earlier today that Immortals was perhaps a more dominant one in their tie against ER Force. And Shunlicht, of course, is very famous for their dribbling. So we're quite curious. I believe it's their first match of the day, or have they played one before?
No, it's Shunlicht's first match because Shunlicht is a team from China, and they unfortunately happen to have some problems with getting a visa. Recently, I learned that there will be 3 people from Shunlicht traveling off to Bordeaux, and they arrived this afternoon. So we actually had to change the entire game schedule, but I'm really happy that they're actually getting here, and I hope they can make it on time to be ready for the match in like an hour against Immortals.
Yes, we will definitely be very curious to see what they are coming up with, and also to see how many robots they have at their disposal. Because rumors have it that even though Shunlicht might not be with the most amount of people, they are definitely with the most amount of robots, as I have heard that there are 30 of them.
Yes, I have heard that as well.
And
I just wonder, like, how do they carry 30 robots with only 3 people?
Now that you say so, that is a very, very good remark. So I guess only time will tell when, in about an hour, the game between Shunlicht and Immortals will start. and we'll be here to live stream it for you and provide some coverage to the things that you're seeing. And we'll be happy to see you in an hour in a different live stream. Thank you very much.
Thank you.